I love cupcakes. Just looking at it makes me want to eat it. That's how I feel when I see Wayne Thiebaud's artwork. Wayne Thiebaud is an American artist best known for painting sweets. He paints cupcakes, pastries, pies, and even ice cream cones. Just looking at his artwork makes me hungry. In the spirit of Wayne Thiebaud, we are going to be making our own sweets. But rather than painting them, we are going to create life-size treats out of air-dry clay. We will be making cookies, brownies, lollipops, donuts, a slice of cake, and even our very own cupcake. Before we begin, we are going to practice the basics of using air-dried clay. First, we will learn how to make a ball. Take your clay and work it in between your hands and possibly roll it on the table. We are going to turn our clay into a ball. You might have to roll it against a table, roll it in between your hands until you can create a sphere-like shape. Are you able to get the hang of it and to make a ball from your clay? If not, keep trying. Just try your best. We are just practicing the basics of how to work with clay. If you are unable to make a ball from your clay, don't worry, we will have more time later to practice. Now I need you to stop, and now we are going to learn how to make a pancake with our air-dried clay. After we have created a sphere or a ball with our clay by rolling it in between our hands and on the table, we are going to make a pancake by pressing our ball with our palm against the table. See how I'm pressing my hand against the clay to press it down to make a pancake-like shape. I want you to try. Continue pressing it down until you get the shape of a pancake. Now we will take our pancake and turn it into a coil. Squish your pancake edges together and begin rolling back and forth with the palm of your hand. It is best to use the palm of your hand and begin in the middle of the coil and to work your way outward. This will create a snake-like shape with the clay. Are you able to do it? Now that we have learned the basics of using clay, we will now learn how to make cookies, brownies, donuts, lollipops, cake, and cupcakes. There are so many different types of cookies. There are chocolate chip cookies, M&M, peanut butter. We will be creating our very own cookie from air-dried clay. Please take your clay and make a ball from your clay. After you are done making the ball, we will create a pancake by pressing it flat against the table. Next, Be creative. You can create any type of cookie you like. You might want to smooth out your cookie using a little bit of water on your fingers. I am going to make a peanut butter cookie, so I will use a plastic fork to create indentations. You may do whatever you like. This is your cookie. Make it special. You now may begin. Yum! Brownies are my favorite dessert. Today we will make a brownie from air dry clay. To begin, take your clay and roll it into a ball. Roll it against the table and in between your hands. After you've created a ball, press it flat into a pancake. After you press it flat into a pancake, you will be using a plastic knife to cut off the edges to create a brownie shape. A brownie is in the shape of a rectangle. So you will cut off the edges of the pancake to create a rectangle. Here you can see I'm using my plastic knife very carefully to cut off the edges. Now I have created my very own brownie. Now you can make your own brownie. We will learn how to make a donut. There are so many different types of donuts with different colors, different textures, and different toppings. Today, you will begin making your donut by rolling the clay into a ball. After you roll it into a ball, you will press it flat like a pancake. Then, you will use your thumb to press in the middle to create an opening, to create a hole in the middle of your pancake. After you have done that, you will use your fingers to smooth out the clay. You may even want to dip your fingers in a little bit of water to smooth the edges of your donut. Remember, you can create any type of donut that you want. Some donuts don't even have a hole in the middle. It is up to you. This is your creation. Today, you will be making a cupcake. A cupcake has a cup of cake on the bottom and frosting on the top. Today, we will begin making our very own cupcakes by taking the clay and rolling it into a ball. Continue to roll your clay into a ball. Then you will take your ball and divide it into two balls. Use one of the balls to roll back and forth and to press down to create a taller pancake type shape, the shape of the bottom of the cupcake. I will use a plastic knife to create incisions to give the illusion that my cupcake is in a wrapper. Next, use the ball, the second ball, to create a coil, a snake-like shape. Next, wrap the coil on top of your cupcake platform that you have created. You do not have to make your cupcake this way. You can make it any way you want. There are all different types of cupcakes in the world, but this is one way to make a cupcake out of clay. You may begin. We will learn how to make a very big and colorful lollipop today from air dry clay. Take your clay and roll it back into a ball. Remember, you might have to roll it between your palms or against the table to get it into a sphere shape. Next, press it into a pancake and then squish the sides together and roll it with your fingers to create a coil again. Roll it from the center out with your fingers and palms. Don't make it too long, just about a medium snake-like length. After you are done rolling your coil, you will begin to create a spiral line with the coil, and you will turn it and wrap it in order to create the lollipop. And lastly, you will place the lollipop on a stick as if it were a real lollipop. Now you may begin creating your own lollipop. Today you will be making a slice of cake. There are so many different types of cake and different types of slices. Today we will begin by rolling our clay into a ball. Then press it flat into a pancake. Then shape it into a slice of cake, pressing the sides together. Next, you may choose to tear off some of the clay to make a cherry on top of your clay. See how I'm shaping it into almost a triangular shape? Next, I will use my plastic knife to cut off the edges to create a slice of cake. After I do that, I will smooth the edges with my fingers. My slice of cake will be positioned as if it were laying down on the plate. Next, I will take the knife and create lines to give the illusion as if there were frosting on top and the side and 2 layers of cake in the middle. I will use the excess clay to roll it into a very tiny ball to look like a cherry to place on top. When I place it on top, I will put some water on it and then stick it on top. In this case, the water almost acts like glue. Now you may begin. Excellent job today making your very own sweets. Stay tuned for video 2 where we learn how to paint air dry clay.